Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode of Improve with Apollo. This is episode number 12 and I'm bringing you a Zerg episode today. I like to keep it in rotation, so I think it started off with Zerg, Protoss, Terran, Zerg, Protoss, Terran. And now at episode number 12, it's time for another Zerg one. So let's go ahead and have a look at who's taking part in today's episode. So here we go over to the email. Hey Apollo, what's going on? I would like to submit an application to get my game reviewed so I can continue to improve. The real name here is Frankie, age 15 from Ireland. Oh, you're from Ireland, Belfast. League and race is Gold League Zerg. Here's a description on how long I've been playing StarCraft 2, where can I help him. Well, I've been playing StarCraft 2 for about 4 to 5 months now, and it seems that every week I have a new problem. First, I had a problem with holding off early attacks, then I had a problem with tanks, and now I'm having a problem with Protoss. I don't know exactly where I'm going wrong in my matchups, so that's why it's really hard for me to correct myself. I lose on a daily basis, but I have a mindset in life not to give up so easy. Good on you, Frankie. I seem to lose about 80%, oh, that's nasty, of Zerg versus Protoss, and that's not an over-exaggeration. Regardless what they do, I always lose fighting Protoss, and it's funny because I hear a lot of Protoss complain about Zerg, Brutal, and Festa. But when even when I get to that composition, I still get completely rolled. Thank you very much, the almighty Void Zones. All right, I'm gonna try and help you out as best as I can, buddy. So let's jump into game and have a look at how I can help you. So I have not watched this replay yet. I have no idea what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna give you my honest and raw feedback onto improvement. So against Protoss here, you can drone scout like you're about to do. It's not necessary, I don't feel, because it's such a small two-player map. The overlords are usually going to give you everything, but from what I stress in my tutorials all the way up to Diamond League, you should be wanting a drone scout. So I'm happy that you do, and I wouldn't note that as an improvement. So things that you're obviously going to be looking for here is it Forge or Nexus? It's not anything. So immediately when you come in, you're like, what the hell is going on here? And now you start to panic. I actually, wait, is that a drone down? Is that a second drone scout? I'm not sure. But right now, I'm really confused. There could have been a pylon here, but if I just rewind it, I'm pretty sure that the probe count was relatively low as well. So, the probe count's okay at that point. You're looking, and I don't know by number, it's just from what I compare to my usual game, and that would be okay. The one thing you didn't check is here. Because some Protoss players do like to build a pylon here first. So as soon as you see this, my initial reaction is, well, I want to scout around properly. So definitely check around the back of the mineral line. After you check the back of the mineral line, or you even can go back down to the here, and then I go back in and be like, all right, what the frick is going on? And then from what you can see, because you didn't check behind the mineral line, you're doing the right response is take gas. Wait a minute. It should be to take gas. Just get speed out really early. And you see a probe and you see a nexus. So that pylon was probably... Ta-da! Here. Some Protoss players like to do that. Just throw it behind. So even though you probably freaked out a little bit, which is why you're scouting over here with a drone, you just need to scout a little bit more. Because they're not going to build a pylon forge up here. Never, really. They're not going to put it up here. So the only one place it's going to be, if anywhere, is here. And then if it's not there, then you start to worry. But in this case, he's just gone for a regular build, but you got a little bit fainted here. So obviously you're a little bit hurt. But never mind. You built 6 slings. 6 slings to challenge this. I probably wouldn't have done that. At your level, you are now risking it. So I'm just adjusting my position. To be honest, I at your level would be, especially if you're, in this episode, you're looking to improve your fundamentals, you've watched the tutorials, you've watched, a lot of learning videos, you're always looking for the easier, safer route. Going 6 links is a risk. Because I can't myself, right now looking at it, weighing it up, I'm not even sure if these 6 links will pay off. They may, but I'm not sure. Because I think that, depending on how much probes he cut and money, he can easily go gateway. Obviously cannon, but gateway, gateway pylon or something, and just make a wall off with a probe as well. So it's going to be close. I wouldn't have taken this risk. I probably would have just gone straight for a queen and just continued to... You got 2 drone scouts there. I'm not too sure why. I would have just continued to drone. Maybe 1 set of lings to chase the probe away and just take a 3rd. Whatever, you know. Yes, you got fainted. Move on. That's not you move on, me move on. That's how I would have done it. So you're going to risk it. This drone needs to get back. You are losing money. And are you going to get in? Ah, yes. All right. So get in with 3 out of 6. Was a risk, but it's paid off for you. You obviously want to be killing as many probes as you can. I'm actually going to look at this. A little bit bad. And I think you know that as well. Didn't really do anything. So I'm just want to have a quick look at what you were looking at as this was happening. So you're looking at your 3 lings. You're trying to get your queens down. You're building a queen. Transfer down. Look around. Too late. Okay, so that's just a speed thing. That's nothing. I mean, I can't be like, all right, slap your wrist. You know, I can't do that. That's just a speed thing, which you'll improve over time. But you got the theory down of, do you risk it? Do you not? I gave my opinion on that. So right now is where you're in a position. You've got another queen on the way. I'd lava inject here. You do have an overload in production. I'd send one of these drones to go build a 3rd already. Right away, actually. Like, one of these drones should be going for you. So, lava inject. The problem with these 6 lings as well is now you've lost a bit of map control. For example, if there was a pylon here, annoying. If there, you don't have the Zerg, this overload needs to move its ass into gear to get towards the back of his base. You can scout what's going on. New queen being built. Okay, cool. That's fine. And now I want to see just lots of drones being made. Good. This overload can get shut down quite easily. Okay, good. Well done. And now you scout here too. All right. So this overload checks the gases here. This overload towards his main base. And for now, just keep on droning and lava injecting. Overload needs to be made. There. So a little bit late, and you're getting a little bit supply stung. But it's okay. Make sure to hit this lava inject. You're 11 over. And all you need to think about right now is lava injecting. Look in the game, though. It is about time, good, to take the gases. Lava inject, and then creep spread here, and walk down to the 3rd. Because if you creep spread here, you connect main to the natural, and then you can just use the creep spread to come down and connect from your natural to the 3rd, and you can get over there to lava inject. Good gas timings. Nothing but drones. Okay, drones. You got lava. You got 8 lava drones. Okay, good. 3 gases I would have preferred 2, but 3 is not. It's not bad. The reason why I would prefer 2 is because you may not need that much of an income straight away. Depends on what your plan is. Now I guess I'll find out, right? All right. So lava injects. So number 1 thing for you to focus on definitely is lava injects. Make sure to hit these lava injects. Get into gas. Good. Gas on the natural if you're gonna build it. Good. Nothing but drones. Good. Now let's have a look. At this stage, you see these being built. Is the time at 7 minutes to start poking in. Are you willing to lose 2 overlords? I would be at your level. I would say screw it. 1 in over here. Looking around this location. If anything's going to be anywhere on the natural, it's going to be like here. Around this pylon, like here. And then get in the main base too. So sacrifice 2 overlords to get the information you need. Meanwhile, behind this, you're creep spreading, connecting. You got 4 queens out. Lovely. Get some creep spread going. Keep building drones. You need speed with your 3 gases, and you need to start sacrificing goods. I would have done this one as well, to be honest. Speeds. See, if you pause it now, with these 3 gases, you see you're starting to get a little bit of money banked up. Speed is 100, layer is 100, but then, what are you going to use these 3 gases for? Which I'm interested to see. So, I'm waiting for you to spend your money. The later you leave speed... Okay, if you get speed, as soon as you get that 100... You can get it out before an immortal push comes. 9 minutes. Let's just stamp 9 minutes out there. Yes, it can be faster. Yes, it can be later. 9 minutes. You start speed. How long is speed? 110 seconds. So 2 minutes, roughly. If you start it at, let's go ahead, and when did you have 100 gas? Not quite yet. Let's see. You were taking your gas a little bit later, remember? But let's have a quick look. Oh, did I just mess it up again? Okay, wait, I'm going to try and pause it as soon as you get speed. Okay, so roughly 720. So it's going to be 9 minutes, 10 seconds if you get speed. And let's just say what we just said, and if a mortal push is going to come, it's around 9 minutes. You're going to get speed at 9 minutes, 10 seconds if you get it now. So that's why you can't keep leaving it. Of course, at your level, that may not be the case that he does do that. But let's say at 9 minutes now, he's here and he starts moving down. He's like, da 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 da, and then you got speed. And then you're like, you can delay him, you can run by. If you don't have speed, he's gonna go da 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 da, and then you're gonna have speed, and it's already too late. It's already too late. He's already there. He's already there. So you need to be on top of getting that speed down, and also layer 2. So if we just slow it down again, see what's going on. So you get in the main and sentry. You have not spent your gas yet, buddy. 300 gas. 2 minutes now. It's at 10 minutes, right? Well, 9 minutes, 50 seconds. All right, so we see this. We see this coming. We see in a rowboat. It looks like with 4 gases, though, is not a real immortal in because you only need 3 gases. Or, well, if you can see, he's only manning with 2 in each. Oh, no, never mind. That's just me. So, I mean, at your level, it's hard to read exactly. They're not going to have the build down perfectly. But right now, you must be saying to yourself, all right, what is going on? He's got a rowboat down. It's one of 2 things. An immortal push, or he's going to brick these rocks and take a 3rd. Now, after your overlord's dead, I guess you're going to go back and build and upgrade. And no speed. 400 gas, man. All right, so Leo, sorry, not Leo. This is where you've got a mistake. So, still no speed, Frankie. I'm a little bit there. Okay, come down just now. So, speed is very late. So, Roach One and Evo was late as well. So, let's just go back to when you take gases at 6 minutes. This is very simple of where you've made a couple of mistakes. So even though your gases are a little bit late here as well, as you can see, 6:25 should have been 6 minutes, but it's okay. This is why your speed was a little bit late. All right, so this is where your first real mistake comes into the game. Now, no speed. Speed immediately as you get 100, and keep droning. And then you go down, and let's just imagine you're at 28 gas. Now you're back to 100, and now you go ahead and get layer, right? You get a layer now. And you obviously want to start getting the Rutschwan Evolution Chamber down roughly a minute after you take gases. So for you, it would have been about 720. About here is when you, as you can see, you have enough money. Exactly a minute later, you took them about 620, 625. At 720, 725, Roach Warren Evolution Chamber. To start to get ready to build roaches, start to get ready to get an upgrade. So your timings are just a little bit off here, Frankie, and that's where you're going to make a big improvement in your game. You tighten down these things, you'll see a big change going into the mid-game. So let's go back to where we were. So you just come in and you just scouted the robo coming down. You didn't see anything coming from it, unfortunately. You see all 4 gases are taken. This is where you throw down the Roach and Evo. Your creep spread is a little bit lackluster. Obviously, just that's someone else you need to work on here. Your drone count is currently 55. With 55, and it's about to 56, about to be 2 more, 57. So right now, for me, if I was playing this game, is where I would start to be like, all right, 66 out of 70 supply. Time to build overlords and units. The drone count on against a 2-base assault should for no more than 55 drones. 55 to 60 is pushing it. Because that's units you're not having. You're delaying yourself building units. You can estimate, through seeing the Robobait, it's going to be a 2-base attack or kill the rocks. Does he kill the rocks? No. Let's take a drink. Hold on 1 second, Frankie. So if he hasn't killed the rocks here, you most likely face an attack Because you're 6 lings early, you don't have any Xel'Naga towers. You can't see if he's moved out. You don't know if he's got a pylon out. Your speed has not kicked in, so you can't chase down any probes. So you're playing very blind. This overlord spread is another thing you could work on too, to have overlords here on the right hand side, maybe another one over here somewhere to spot a probe coming in. So without this map control, you're going to get blindsided a lot. You want to get the missile attacks to help your roaches immediately as soon as the evolution chamber's done. So, okay, you're getting carapace. So carapace, difference between carapace and missile attacks. So, depending on what you want to do, it's more of a preference. Missile attacks, obviously, helps a lot with roaches, but then carapace helps a lot with lings. Depending on how heavy you want to be on roach to lings, obviously the carapace is going to help out more. It is a longer upgrade, and a more expensive one. But because you started this so late, this is going to come in, if you think about it now, if you just rewind, at 9:30. Your carapace upgrade is going to come in, ooh, good, 2 minutes and 30. We're looking at 12 minutes for that. Your evolution chamber, if we go back to 7 minutes, is roughly when the evolution chamber should have come down, right? The evolution chamber, if we have a look, oopsie daisy, the evolution chamber takes 35 seconds to make. So if we go back to 2 minutes 30 for the carapace upgrade, if you build it at 7, it's 30 seconds to actually build, 7:30, and then 2 minutes 30 seconds again, that's 8 minutes, and then 10 minutes. Basically, your upgrade is 2 minutes late because of the timing. So that's all these things that you're kind of a little bit slow on will hurt you against 2 base attacks, against anything really. So definitely recommend on looking to sort that out, your specific timings. Also, you're a little bit high on drones at 63, and I do not see a macro hatch either. So the simple things, I mean, definitely if you've ever watched Stefano play, it's 6-minute gases, 7-minute Roach 1 evolution chamber, 8-minute macro hatch, and by 9 minutes, speed is done. Very shortly after, we got a missile attacks done. And you know, we've got 4 hatcheries. We've stopped at 55 drones. We've hit all our overlords. We've got a lot of units. But because obviously you're in Gold League, that's not quite the you're not Stefano. Neither am I. But these are the things that you need to build up towards, and these are the mistakes that I see in this game. Okay, so we're a little bit okay. We are going to take Xel'Naga towers, but oh, look at that, already there, and we're like, you need to build a lot of units now, of course. So let's see what you're building. A lot of units coming. He's now moving across with this Immortal all in. He's got some force fields down. Good bait with the lings. They do have this now. But look, you're actually you are ling heavy. You got a lot of gas because you're on 3 gases. And the 3 gases has never been used. 3 gases is much more roach heavy compared to ling heavy, but you're ling heavy compared to roaches. So I recommend maybe looking, do you need this 3rd gas here, Frankie? Because throughout this, you've been very, very gas heavy. Throughout it all, throughout the entire game. If you look at the top right for a second, just focus your eyes up here. I'm not even looking at the game. If you look at your eyes and the gas, as we start taking gas in, right? Speed, layer, +1 attack. You know, this is all should have been done. We would have been at 0. But then, it all comes down, you start banking. That's 100, 200 gas. Then you start all your roaches from here on out. So if you're going to go heavy with 3 gas, definitely look at a very heavy roach composition. If, for example, right now, look at the production tab, we start building lings, you got 650 gas. And now I look in the middle of the screen, this 4th gas is not necessary. You've already got 600 gas, so 4th gas isn't necessary at all. And, you know, you still got, looking at the top right again, 600, 700 gas, 800 gas, 900 gas, 1,000 gas. What are you using the gas on? Roaches are not, I think it's 25, is it, for a roach, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, 25 gas for a roach. It's a lot of roaches you can build with 1,000 gas, and you're not really looking at doing that. So definitely recommend having a look at your gases. Do you need that 3rd? A lot of spines coming down on the 3rd. I'd giggle and chuckle if you went to the natural. But we'll see as he's moving forward now. Let's slow it down again and have a look at this. So you got a lot of lings. A lot of spines on the way too. It needs some overlords. So this has actually happened throughout the entire of Improve with Apollo out of everybody. Pretty much everybody's fallen victim to this. When under pressure, stay calm, breathe, and make sure to build a set of overlords, supply depots, pylons, because this may happen. You may get supply blocked, and then you're gonna lose a lot. Were you on walk move there? Were you on like move command? I didn't really see any damage dealt. Have a quick look. Yeah, I think you're on move commands. You got to be careful about that, because that's a lot of units lost. And at the moment, I'm actually wondering how this game goes on for another 8 minutes, because I think for me, this is very difficult to lose if I was a Protoss player. 3 immortals, very very strong here. Force fields, a lot of force fields. But this is all. All right, so let me have a quick look at this. Okay, your roaches do a lot there. I'm just actually just watching the fight and how this unfolds. Your spines helped out a lot here, didn't they? He's got so much money. This guy's got 3,000 minerals. Alright, so basically, I'm just going to come back to the assault again. And I just want to bring something up. Before 11 minutes in this game, as he's approaching you, right? I'm just going to go to everybody's view. Before 11 minutes, Frankie, is where you're looking to build up a defense, or not really build up a defense. It's build up the background of a defense. Your drone count, your macro hatch. Oops, sorry, hit the mic. The overlords. The better you hit your timings, the easier this stage of the game becomes. So if you think about overall, Zerg vs Protoss, Zerg vs Terran, all of it, the cleaner you play, the easier this is. So we talked a little bit about your timings. You use 6 gas, 7 evo, roach, 8-minute macro hatch, which is coming in now, 11 minutes, and so on. You would have had a lot easier time if you'd hit all these things to deal with this. But in this game, you know, you do manage to hold it off, and I'm going to have a look at the game after the hold off here. I'm interested to see how this unravels for the next couple of minutes. Alright, so he pushes back. I'm just going to go back to your view. At this stage now is where you look over for his third grade. Creep spread or overseer. I probably would have creep spread. Just because that was going to come. And now you have 2 options, sir. You either, build a lot of units and pressure this, or you take a 4th and take the infestation pit. And just look to play late game, right? So you got a roach and ling, spines coming down. You need as soon as you identify, and not only do you take a 4th in the infestation pit, I noticed one mistake here is that as you build the infestation pit, now, this is where you're saying to me you're feeling comfortable that he's going to expand, and you might as well add on a 2nd evolution chamber to get the melee upgrades down as well. And you got so much gas income. So look at your drones, 62 drones. Need a lot more drones on the 3rd. Your saturation on the natural is very heavy, as we can see. And yeah, take a 4th at this point too. The 4th base, the infestation pit, double evolution chamber, all long term, all later stages of the game. So there's the 4th coming down. Great. Spire and Hive on the way as well. And now you're just building infestors at this point. One thing I would be a little bit scared about is that he's not got any probes down here. So I'd be a little bit worrisome about that. Being like, all right, well, where is his probe count? Where's his army? As it's making its way across the map here, 3 Colossus. You're not going to get your 4th base down, that's for sure. Spire's a little bit late in this game. I mean, if you think about the traditional game, is that you start the Spire and Hive at 12 minutes or so, and it's 7:30-ish. The game, of course, you've had to deal with this attack, and you're not going to be really ready for this. The perfect... Where are you? Okay, you're coming from behind. Okay. But without Corruptors here, unfortunately, you're not really going to be able to make a stand against this. So, a lot of this comes down to the early stages. So, thinking about this game in general now, I wouldn't so much look at why didn't you defend this attack, but look at everything that I walked you through before the Immortal All-In came. And that, if once you improve there, everything else becomes easier for you. Everything becomes easier. This becomes easier. Being able to, defend against these kind of attacks. So that's where if I was you, would look to improve on. Nail down the timings. Write them down. Literally write them down. 6 gas. and this is it. This is right now. Listen to me, Frankie. 6 minutes gases. 2 gases at 6 minutes. 7 minutes, Roach Warren Evolution Chamber. As soon as that's done, +1 attack. Make sure to get speed as soon as you get 100. A layer as soon as you get the next 100. The next 100 goes into missile attacks or carapace, depending on how you want to play this out. Probably if you're going to go Ling Heavy like you were and want carapace, stick with 2 gas and you'll be able to afford that. 8-minute macro hatch. And then look towards stopping around 55 drones. Make sure to build a lot of overlords consistently. Lower down the supply block. Build a lot of units, and I promise you, you will have a massive increase in your win rate against Protoss. Not necessarily against 2 base attacks, but against 3 base as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Do make sure to continue watching the other Zerg ones as well, Frankie. And thank you so much for sending in your replay to be broken down and for everybody to learn from it. Thank you very much for that. That honestly mean that. And thanks everybody else for watching. So until next time, this has been Sean Paul Clark signing off.